Hey, what's up everybody? Daigo Adapts has been leveling up huge in Street Fighter 6 lately. As you can see here, when I recorded this, he's ranked 27th on the online leaderboards. Now, this video isn't about how good Daigo is and like how great he's been playing lately. This video is about what we can learn from Daigo and how he's been adapting to the Street Fighter 6 Season 3 changes. Now, since Season 3 dropped, I've been watching a ton of replays, and I think Daigo really stands out for making some really good adjustments based on the patch that came just about a week ago. In my last video, I actually made a mistake by omitting something really important from the Season 3 balance changes, and a viewer of mine pointed out here saying that there's a specific change I didn't check. So in the patch notes it says characters that are able to cancel their crouching medium kicks will no longer be able to evade an opponent's throw after doing the drive rush light attack from a crouching medium kick. This will require the opponent to throw as soon as they're able. So this big change is something I forgot to include in my last video. Sorry guys, sometimes I make mistakes. But Daigo's been doing a really good job of adapting to this change, and I have a couple of replay clips that I want to show you right now. Alright, so this video is from a recent online match between Daigo and Akuma, who's recently been playing Ryu. So right after this exchange, Daigo's going to go for a crouching medium kick drive rush. Now, for Akuma, he got nerfed a little bit in the middle of Season 2. If he did this point blank and tried to walk back out of shimmy range, he would get hit by an immediate throw. But look what Daigo does instead to kind of counteract the new changes to Season 3. There you go, jab into backdash into standing hard punch. Now this is something I don't see a lot of people doing yet, but I think it's incredibly strong. Let's check this out one more time. Alright, so yeah, here, the jab into backdash, that's plus 10, gives him more than enough time to hit confirm into a standing hard punch into the level 3. So now let's take a look at training mode and see where you can apply crouching medium kick, jab, backdash, and also what you can do to beat people who are doing this to you. Let's look at a really common sequence. So I'm the Terry player and I'm fighting against Mai. So Mai's going to do this into a throw. So crouching medium kick, drive rush, jab, throw. So the general thing to do here is either just to block and take the throw or to go for like a delayed throw tech. This is all old news. Now I'm sure everybody kind of knows that. It's basic stuff by this point. So what a lot of players will do to counter you doing that delayed throw, if you decide to go for it, they'll shimmy you. They'll go for the jab, into backdash, into shimmy, and go for the whiff punish. But if my player here is wrong and I go for an immediate throw instead, I can actually beat out the shimmy here. So Mai's not going to have enough time to walk backwards and still avoid this immediate throw. This is not delayed, this is just an immediate throw. This is me pushing the throw as soon as I can. So next, here's the tech that Daigo was showing. Jab into backdash. I'm going to do the exact same thing with Terry. I'm going to do an immediate throw here. And look at that, I get punished. Mai is actually really plus on this, even after the backdash. I go for an immediate throw, she's plus 13. Now this is going to depend on the character. With what Daigo is showing with Akuma, Akuma's plus 10. Ken is plus 10. There's a bunch of other characters. Some characters like plus 7, plus 8. It really depends on how plus they are on their jab and how fast their backdash is. But this is plus 13, so if I go for this immediate throw here, I can get punished by crouching medium kick. And if I go for a delayed throw, I still get punished. So this beats both immediate throw and delayed throw. So if you're playing Street Fighter 6 and you're a character that has a good crouching medium kick, drive rush, jab kind of pressure setup, I suggest trying to pepper in some backdash options because that's going to beat your opponent doing both kinds of throw options, both an immediate throw and a delayed throw. Okay, let's take a look at JP here because he has some of the slowest walk speed in the game, so I thought this would be a good example to show. So I have Mai set to do an immediate throw after she blocks. So here's a block string, standing medium kick, crouching medium punch. If I try to walk back out of this, I get thrown by the immediate throw. Even if Mai decides to go for a 4-frame delay on this throw, JP's back walk speed is so slow that he actually can't shimmy here either. So he basically either has to go for a frame trap or attempt the throw himself. But this is exactly where we want to use something like the backdash. Let's set the throw back to a regular immediate throw, no delay, and let's try out the backdash tech. Boom, it works, because how plus are we after this? Let's see. Plus 9. So standing medium kick, crouching medium punch, backdash, and you get a whiff punish. It's not huge damage, it's 1,920, but I mean, it's almost 20%, which is really good. Now you're just adding one more element to your offense that your opponent has to think about. And then of course, that was off the immediate throw. If they go for the delayed throw, this still works. And you actually get more reward off the delayed throw here if your opponent guesses wrong, because since it's a delayed throw, you're going to be even more plus. Here JP's plus 13. You probably wouldn't use this, it's a really hard read, but you could go for like a standing hard punch. But that's kind of missing the point because you're doing this to beat the immediate throw. Basically, I'm just trying to show you that it beats both options. So here, you would just go for like standing medium kick into your quarter circle forward medium punch and get your punish. If you haven't been doing drive rush lights into backdash yet, start doing it because I think it's going to be something that we see a lot more now in Season 3. Having said that, what can you do to beat opponents who are backdashing? This is strong, but I mean, there are downsides to it, and I'm going to show you exactly what they are. Alright, so I'm going to be using JP, and the dummy is Akuma. And what Akuma is going to do, he's going to do crouching medium kick, jab, into backdash, standing hard punch as a punish against my immediate throw. So it looks something like this. If I go for the immediate throw, backdash, punish counter. So if your opponent is always doing that backdash, here are a couple of things. First and foremost, if you just block, you're going to be safe. Alright, I block the standing hard punch, I lose a bit of drive meter, but at least I'm not getting hurt. So against this option, you basically have to make a bit of a hard call out because you don't know what he's going to do. If you just wait to see the backdash, you'll be able to whiff punish the backdash on reaction, but you will lose to the immediate throw from your opponent. So you just got to make a hard call out here and commit to an option. One thing that's really good is to take a little step forward and push a button. Slightly delay your button, and you're going to get a counter hit because your opponent is kind of committing to that backdash button press. Because they're only about +9 to +10 after the backdash, they really don't have enough time to visually see that you whiffed the throw and then push their button. They're kind of committing to this for the most part. So what you're going to do is just take a little step forward, try to get a counter hit and go into your best counter hit combo. That's your first option. Your second option is to take a step backward and attempt a whiff punish. So while this is a bit risky and scary because you will lose to opponents doing crouching medium kicks afterwards or sweeps, this is going to give you a huge reward because you are whiff punishing. So it's going to give you your most damage and you can do a ton. Because it's a punish counter, you whiff punish them on reaction. This turns the tables and gives you incredible reward for your opponent's kind of greedy, not greedy, but how can I say, hard read backdash against you. So if you have lots of meter, you can really call out your opponent and take the round back from them with this option. Then the third option you have is just to basically mash 4-frame buttons. This will catch them before their backdash even gets away from you because they're going to be close, they can't avoid it. However, this is going to lose to your opponent doing frame traps and not the backdash. So if you go for the mash and they go for a frame trap, it would look like this. This one, I feel like the risk reward really isn't that much in your favor because if they go for the backdash, you get what? 1,240 damage with JP. Meanwhile, if they go for the frame trap, yeah, that's even without doing a full combo. That's just the dummy doing medium punch, medium punch. If Akuma goes into a full combo, that's going to be over 2,000. So the risk reward isn't really in your favor for the mash. So I feel like the risk reward for a crouching light punch 4-frame mash isn't really in your favor, but it is an option if you want to go for that. Alright, and the fourth option you have from this is going for a crouching medium kick, maybe crouching medium kick into drive rush. That's why I switched to Ryu over here. So this will beat people doing backdash, and it also beats people just doing a traditional shimmy against you. So this option is good if your opponent's kind of mixing up their options really well and you're trying to add delayed throw tech and not the immediate throw tech, because then if they're going for this regular shimmy, you're going to be able to beat them with a crouching medium kick and you'll also beat their backdash. So this covers two options instead of just one. So here, I'll turn them both on so you can see. There's the walk back shimmy. There's the backdash, beats that too. But of course, this is going to lose to people trying to do a frame trap to you. Alright, so Street Fighter 6 and most 2D fighting games, there's never really like a 100% answer to everything you do. And I think if you take nothing else away from this video, I want you to remember that. I'm just showing you different options you can use. Nothing is foolproof, nothing is guaranteed. There's always going to be some aspect of guessing and rock, paper, scissors, both on your part and the opponent's part. Just be aware that this backdash option, in my opinion, is much stronger in Season 3 because of not only just the way crouching medium kick jabs work, but also because of the parry changes. So try to implement into your game plan, and then also go over some of the ways to beat this that I showed in this video, and I'm sure you're going to be playing this game at a much higher level than you were before you saw this video. Alright everybody, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons because it helps me out as a content creator. But as always, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.